Disclosures, or the notes as we sometimes call them, are an important part of a company's financial report. For these to be useful to investors, they need to be company specific, relevant, and communicated well. The challenges with disclosures today is that they can contain insufficient relevant information, too much irrelevant information, what we call boilerplate information, and information that is communicated ineffectively. These challenges typically stem from the requirements in IFRS standards being treated like a checklist, without applying effective judgment about what will be useful information for investors. To help companies enhance their judgment and ultimately give investors more useful financial information, the International Accounting Standards Board has proposed to revise its approach to the way it develops disclosure requirements. The revised approach will guide the board in its work and focuses on three things. We would enhance our engagement with stakeholders, in particular investors. Investor input is of course always important to the board's work, but we want to improve our efforts to make sure there is a detailed understanding of investor information needs early in our work. We would give greater prominence to the objective of disclosure requirements and be clear that it is this objective companies are required to meet. We would describe investor information needs within those objectives, explaining in more detail why investors want this information and what they intend to do with it. And we will be clear that companies must apply judgment to meet those objectives. The requirements cannot be used as a checklist that results in large amounts of information that may not be useful to investors. Improving disclosures would require all parties involved with financial reporting to play their part. But we believe these three key changes in our approach can serve as a catalyst to help those different parties make the changes needed in order for the notes to be better communication tools. To test this revised approach, we've tried it out on two IFRS standards: the Fair Value Measurement Standard, IFRS 13, and the Pension Standards, IAS 19. For IFRS 13, the proposals would help companies make more meaningful materiality judgments and focus their disclosures on the fair value measurements that investors are really interested in. With IAS 19, the proposals would help companies provide information about defined benefit plans that investors find more relevant. For example, information about future cash flow effects of defined benefit obligations. These proposals represent an opportunity for all parties involved in financial reporting to contribute towards disclosures that are company specific, more relevant, and communicated well. If adopted by the board, the revised approach would help change the way we all think about disclosures. We are seeking your feedback on whether the revised approach to developing disclosure requirements would help companies and other parties make better judgments, and on whether the proposed amendments to the test standards would help companies improve the usefulness of the information they provide. We look forward to hearing from you.